So, I know I haven't really recorded in a while, and I'm sorry for that, but I've had a little bit of a rough semester. My grandpa died. He died 2 weeks ago on the 9th of February. And this is the first time that I've ever had to deal with any sort of death in my family, and I've never been so sad for so long. And my friend Emmett, he told me, he said, death isn't the worst thing, but it's the saddest. And I really believe him. Because I've never dealt with something like this before, and it's really difficult. And he told me it's because you're not sad, you're grieving, and that's something completely different. And it's really weird, because sometimes I'll be okay, I'll be perfectly fine, and then I get home, and I'm alone, and I'm just sad. And it's really hard. It's really hard to be this sad all the time and to not know when it's gonna end. And to just have to keep working through it one day at a time. And that's all I can do right now, is just try to work through it one day at a time. Right? It was a strange Valentine's Day. Because my grandpa died on the 9th. I had sat, and Valentine's Day was on a Saturday. That was when the funeral was. So, this year, God bless my boyfriend, God bless him. He came down anyway. He was gonna come down, we were gonna spend Valentine's Day together, and then this all happened, and he came down anyway. And we went to the funeral together, and I don't really know if I'm gonna be able to see Valentine's Day the same way ever again, which is kinda sad, but appropriate, maybe? I'm a little stuffed up right now, if you can't tell. Yeah, I'm crying a little bit, but it's mostly I'm stuffed up because of my stuffy nose. But Valentine's Day weekend, so that was great. I went to my grandfather's funeral, and I cried all weekend. And then, and then, Sunday night, Matt and I thought, we'll make salads, we'll be healthy. And then, the pre-cooked chicken gave us food poisoning. So on Monday, I was just out of commission. Just in bed, vomiting for 12 hours. 12 hours. You know what it feels like to vomit for 12 hours? It feels awful. It feels just about how you'd expect it to feel. Like the worst thing in the world. So, it was just a rough Valentine's Day weekend. It was rough. But I'm really glad that Matt came up to see me. It was just really nice of him, you know? And I really appreciate that. And my friends have just been so patient with me and so kind. And I hate to be sad around them, but I can't help it. It's really hard not to be sad right now, and I hate it. I hate being sad. And it makes me angry. I get angry at myself for being sad because why should I be sad? I shouldn't be sad, but I can't help it right now. I really can't. It's a different kind of sadness, and I'm just kind of muddling through. And it's really hard to deal with. And a friend of mine asked me, have I written about it yet? And to tell you the truth, I really don't think I have the heart to write about it. Because I'm afraid I'll get stuck there. Which is scary. I don't want to be sad forever. But I'm supposed to tell you something useful here, right? So my family has a weird way of dealing with tragedy. And it might not be super weird, but I don't know. We tend to lean towards humor. So, just the whole weekend I was home, we were all cracking jokes at each other. And to some people that might seem disrespectful to my grandfather's memory, but he was a funny guy. And he appreciated the smiles that he created. And I really think that's something that my family values. So I guess no matter the tragedy, you have to deal with it in your own kind of weird way sometimes. And you have to just make sure you appreciate what you have. Stick together with the people you care about. And this is the hardest part for me, but remember that your friends are going to be there for you. I tend to be a martyr in situations like these because I hate to make anyone sad because I'm sad. No one should have to deal with that, right? So just remember that your friends are going to be there for you and that they care, and it's okay to lean on them, you know? It's okay to lean on your friends. And sometimes you really need to. And that's okay. I think I've talked about this for long enough, so I'm gonna say goodnight. But hopefully you gained a little bit of something from this video. I hope you have a good night, and I promise I'll be recording soon. Good night.